This is the MLW Radio Network. This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace, world, and welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar and ECW original, the Blue Meanie. Cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I am the perpetually sick Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie, what's on your mind?
You're sick, and I have a fucking ear infection that's driving me up a fucking wall.
I was gonna say, man, I noticed you were a little bit like steadier today, as we were talking in the green room, but no, this sucks, man. This shit never goes away, and it's the shits.
Yeah, it's the shits. Whatchamacallit, guaranteed twice a year, my ears get fucking clogged. Like allergies and shit, right? And then I go to fucking fix it and make it way worse than it initially was. Instead of just going to buy the eardrops like a normal fucking human being, I try to clean it out. And that never fucking works. And now, like, the whole left side of my head is inflamed. And I'm taking like pain meds and like anti-inflammatories and trying to do the eardrops and swish it out with the rubber ball and stuff like that. And it's like, motherfucker. It's like Groundhog's Day.
Yep.
Twice a year.
I can count.
Twice a year I used to have the asthma attack where I'd had to be in the hospital. Now twice a year I have an ear attack.
Ugh, man, I can pretty much like guarantee the seasons change as to when I get an ear infection, and it's always on the right side. But sometimes it's like on the left, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like the pain is on the right, but then they're like, no, it's on the left-hand side, which is fucking bizarre, right? But I swear to God, like within the past month here at the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth, we've had like the nasty head cold, we've had the stomach bug, we've had the rotavirus, and now the kids have something called hand, foot, mouth, which is fucking awful. It's
Excuse me?
Yes, it's called hand, foot, mouth. It's a viral issue. It's a virus basically that it gives you a real nasty fever for about 24, 48 hours. All of the kids have had an average of like 103 fever, like over the course of 2 days. And then you get blisters on your hands and your feet and your mouth. And the baby's got it all on like her backside and stuff. And it's just horrible, man. It's been a really rough couple days. Last night, Courtney and I were up, I think I slept maybe 2.5 hours last night total. Because like one of them would get up and then they were like, Dad, I need this. And then you have to go down, run downstairs, get them something to drink, come back up. And then the baby's crying again. So I am all kinds of jacked up on caffeine today. So I might seem like I'm hyperactive, but really I'm about to fall asleep. So we are happy to see you, Blue. We're happy to see the Pod Squad. Welcome to the show tonight. Don't forget, sign up at patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Join us here. We have tiers starting at just $10. And it's a great fucking time. We have a great time every week here doing this. But another great time right now I want to talk about at the top of the program is Blue Meanie's new action figures.
Oh, yeah.
We have brand new ones. We have, let me see if I have the 6ABC.
Yo, cause.
We have breaking news here with the Philly reporter. Yo, cause. Go ahead, Meanie. Let's show them off if you don't mind. Here, let's check them out.
Breaking news here.
Yo, cause.
Here's another reason to watch. Another reason to join up at patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. As we're here with the Pod Squad, we got Slichter, we got Mr. Andrew Bailey, my fellow, well, both Slichter and Bailey. We are Philadelphia sports fans, so
That's
we're always talking. And hello, Vanessa Bello. As we got the chat going, yeah, dude, these came in the mail the other day. Figures collection. If you want to order them, they're live right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurecollections.com. I'm very fortunate that, not only did they Figures Collections want to do a figure of me. They did it in the line that is modeled after the old WWE bone crunching superstars. These are the bone crushing wrestlers, and it's done in the same vein. And I cannot be more happy with an action figure ever. Look, I appreciate every figure that's come out of me. I love the toys figures that have come out. I love the Cella Mine and Meanie 2-pack that came out a couple years ago. But my God, this is so cool. So I'll show this to the Mine and the Meanie folks. I got
so dope, man.
This is I like to call it my WrestlePalooza 98 shirt, but I had this shirt a few times. WrestlePalooza, I only had it on the logo on the front. I forget why I only did the front. I was going to do something with the back. I think I ended up just putting a bunch of ECW stickers, which in hindsight, I'm like, what was I thinking? And then they did a variant.
Sick.
Of me and my BWO gear, which is kind of cool because they changed up the color on the knee pads.
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
look at that.
Blue Meanie white shirt. They got my signature blue knee pads. And for the BWO, they have my darker knee pads that I had back in the day. And dude, this is so cool. They did variants for me and Brian Clark, aka Adam Bomb. His variant looks really cool. Oh, it's blue, so you figure I would like it,
of course.
But they also have another. This is Series 1. I feel like I'm doing an infomercial, but hey, this is what's going on. They got me, Brian Clark, aka Adam Bomb, Dwayne Gill, aka Gilbert, Macho Man Randy Savage, Sonny Ono, and Ultimate Dragon.
That's cool.
Ultimo Dragon, sorry. And what's cool about these, they actually make the bone. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll open up one right now.
Yeah, give it a shot, man.
Which one should I open? Eventually, I'm going to open both, but BWO or Blue Meanie.
I'm thinking in the spirit of the Mind of the Meanie, I think we should go with the BWO figure.
Sure.
Let's do it.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
I appreciate that. I got to pick one up myself. I've been meaning to. I love that BWO one, man. Listen, the white shirt one is super dope, but there's something about the BWO that it does it for me. And anything I can get my hands on with that is amazing.
Dude, it's like I almost don't want to open it up, but I got 2 cases downstairs, so this will be fine. Wow, this is really on here. Let's see.
That's good, though. That's good. That's a company that knows that these people are collecting them, and they don't want those cards to pop off.
You definitely know if you order this, it won't fall apart in the mail. That's the big fear, that it'll pop off and get damaged in the mail.
Yeah.
Open. It's got the initial plastic, and it's got the little gimmick that holds it in place. I know this is great radio.
Hey, listen, man. That's why we're here. That's what we're doing. It's a really cool. Even the picture on the front of it is very. I love the artists that can do that. They can make it look so much like you.
Yeah.
Ponytail looks great in the back.
I am holding the BWO variant of the bone crushing figure. This just feels really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. The only gimmick is it's got BWO on the front and the back, which wasn't a thing, but normally the BWO shirt had Hollywood, Big Stevie Cool, and the blue guy on the back, and I guess maybe they're afraid of getting sued by Nova and Stevie. Who knows? But dude, this has got some good weight to it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, what's the smell? I love smelling the new figures, man. Courtney thinks I'm nuts, but
no, because growing up, being a music fan, I used to get cassette tapes and smell the ink on the paper.
Yep. Every time I open a new figure, man.
It's kind of like a beach ball kind of smell
on a ship.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Let's see. And
it's got the movement like the old Bone Crushers.
See if I can pick it up on the mic here.
Nice. That's a nostalgia sound right there, man.
That's the leg. Oh, hold on. I'm stupid. Hold on.
No, you're good, man.
Let me stick with the arms. Yeah, that's
There it
pretty
is. There she is.
Yeah, man, this is very cool.
That's really cool, man.
Yeah, like I said, dude, like while I was like the early part of my career, I missed out on the ECW figures because I went to WWE, and when I left WWE, I missed out on WWE figures because I went back to ECW.
Right.
I missed out on this line, and the spirit of this figure is so it matches up. It could be paired up with the GoldDust.
Oh, that's sick.
Bone Cruncher. Yeah, make sure I'm not confusing the lines. Cruncher, crush. The Bone Crusher is supposed to be able to be paired up with any WWF Bone Cruncher. So if you have a GoldDust Bone Crusher, Bone Cruncher, Bone Crusher, and you could put it right in there. There's been a couple cool unboxing videos. Shout out to the guy. Oh my God, his name escapes me right now. He does Fig Heel. He's on Twitter at Fig Heel. He's got a YouTube channel. He did a really cool unboxing of the first one, the white shirt. Now he just released one of the variant, which I'm going to watch probably after this because I just remembered it right now. But yeah, look, the fucking shirt's amazing. The paint's amazing. And what really makes it for me is the ponytail in the back.
I was just going to say the same thing. The ponytail, the gimmick in the back there is just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The figure still has the ponytail, but not at the length that I ultimately grew my hair out.
Mm-hmm.
Or I eventually said, man, I need to cut this off before I lose my hair. But it's got the glasses painted all the way around to the back, which I did for the majority of my career. But there was a point where I was just like, this is getting fucking old.
It's a lot of paint, man.
Especially on your road 2 days, two weeks at a time. You don't really feel like shaving your head.
Yeah.
All the, because I always shave it down to the scalp.
Right.
And then you're painting over hair. It's like, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a little lazy. But, dude, I love this. Fuck it. Let me open up the other one.
Yeah, do it, man. Let's do it. Those are really cool. And again, I love how close to the original line that they got them. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard when you have people that go back and they not necessarily retcon it, but like they do the figures, but it doesn't necessarily meet the essence of what it used to be. And these look just like the originals.
Yeah, you can put them side by side, and you couldn't tell which figure was, from the original line or from this figure collections.
Right.
So I'm doing the OG, the original Blue Meanie here. Well, not the variant. I'm doing the Blue Meanie white shirt. And this one's got a little bit more of that beach ball scent, but
that's awesome.
And well, the cool thing is, I wanted to do this for the pod squad watching at home.
Yep.
But also, I got my shelf of Blue Meanie figures to my left hand side, which this is going to be proudly present. And oh look, the fucking head turns too, man.
Oh shit! Look at that.
If it wanted to be real realistic, the neck would crack. Yeah. Just as Meanie hates when I do, but it's a necessity.
You have to, man. You got to.
Yeah, let's see if I can make this break too. Hold on a second. Yep.
There you go.
Arm break. Perfect. Right. This is such an honor. Thank you to Figure Collections for making these figures. Thanks. I say this. I know I sound like a broken fucking record, but when these companies make products of me, I know it's an investment, and to me, it's just a thumbs up. It's saying that you are worth an investment on a product that we're going to spend money on, that hopefully that we believe people are going to buy. The fact that they went out and made the variants Even the shorts are different colors too, which is kind of cool.
That is cool. That means they did the investment twice in you. You know what I mean? Like that's like you made it, man. Like you made it. Like that's just, it's amazing.
I like the low cut boot, which I always, I started wrestling when I started wrestling, I started wearing, I had the normal boots when I was Brian Rollins. But then I switched to, when I became the Blue Meanie, I was like, well, my character shouldn't really wear proper wrestling boots. You know, I'm wearing half shirt and a Daisy Dukes, and then to wear
have proper boots seems a little off kilter. Yeah.
So I started wearing like high techs, which was like the thing in the 90s to wear. Like every wrestler wore high techs or wrestled, and they wore them in the streets and they wore them in the ring. You know, most famously, Just Incredible wore high techs. When British Bulldog went to WWE and he's in his jeans phase,
right?
He's the high techs in the ring. But then after the high techs, I kind of graduated. I kind of went even lower to the amateur wrestling shoes, because it's a little trick, a little inside baseball. If you want to give the illusion that you're taller than you are, you have to wear a lower cut boot.
I see.
You know, like some wrestlers, if you're a wrestler and you're like 5'10", and you want to look like 6 foot,
yeah,
get a lower cut boot. So when you take promo photos, you look taller. Smart. And then you show up, and then let your work dictate the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Where if they see you wearing a high boot and they go, oh, "Well, is this guy fucking short?" And this is back in the day. This is like in the 90s. You had to be a giant.
Yeah. Land of the Giants back then. Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, the Shawn Michaels and them made it, and Bret Hart's made it cool. Not that saying that they're short, but like they weren't like
Hogan, right? They weren't Hogan. They weren't Warrior, right?
Right. So guys would either get the lower cut boot or get the boot that where the high point of the boot that's usually in the back was in the front. Like Mr. Perfect did his boots backwards to where like that high point that goes up in the back, he would put it in the front so his calves would show a little bit more and give him a longer leg so he would look taller. And that's the essence of what I was doing with the Blue Meanie. Was I knew I wasn't 6'6", but to give the illusion that I could be like 6'3", 6'4", get the lower cut boot show so it looks like you got more longer leg and stuff like that. So the fact that they worked it in with this figure, and you can see the little socks poking out, which is kind of cool.
I was going to say, yeah, that's a really nice touch right there.
Yeah.
The white socks poking out the bottom there.
It farts too.
That would be incredible.
They're going to do a test of strength.
There you go. Yo, here's a good question for you, man.
No, sorry, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again.
They're action figures.
Space at the Spaceballs reference there.
Yep. Is it fucking annoying to wear the knee pads? Because like when I wear knee pads, like it just the back of them around the back of my knee just chafes like a bastard. Does that happen to you in the ring?
It depends on if your knee pads are properly sized.
I see.
I wore like regular jabroni knee pads when I first started, because nobody smarted me up to Trace knee pads, which became the thing in the 90s. They still are a thing, Trace. But Trace were like the best ones because it was the knee pad and then a strap up at the top, strap at the bottom, and the back was like, the back of your leg was kind of nude, like a halter top.
I see.
And it wasn't totally tight, but then Trace became hard to find, and I just realized I got to start wearing better knee pads. So I wear the neoprene knee pads now, and those help a little bit, but more with the support and stuff like that. But it's all about, you got to find the right size knee pad. And that's tough because it's not like you can go to a store and try them on.
Right. It's not like you can go to fucking like Target and get them. Yeah, like
a sneaker or anything. But knee pads are hit or miss. I've had a lot of misses, but a few hits. But once I learned about trace knee pads, and I would just get them like in white, and then like have the lady who airbrushed my shirts airbrush the knee pads and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. They really went above and beyond with these figures. I'm super excited about them.
They look amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. They're you can go right now to shop.figurecollections.com. They have both the white shirt Blue Meanie and the variant BWO Meanie for pickup right now, and you can pick them up and add them to your collection. They're fucking fabulous. This Atom Bomb is really cool. I love the blue. The blue variant is dope, man. That's a super cool one.
The fact that they did a variant at all,
yeah,
and they picked me and Atom Bomb to do the variant on means a lot. And from what I understand, future figures in this style won't have the bone crunching aspect.
Interesting.
Well, Figures Collections was originally owned. This line was originally being launched by Cella.
Right.
Figure Collections purchased this project from Cella.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be this, and there's going to be a figure by Epic Toys, the BWO 3-pack, which is a different line. But that was started by Cella as well. So these two different companies bought projects from Cella. So when I'm assuming when Figure Collections bought this from Cella, they were already producing the bone crunching aspect.
Right.
But it looks so good. You don't really even need it. Just so cool.
Yeah.
But,
the way it looks, like you don't even need to add a gimmick to it. It's just fabulous.
Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Yeah,
I love it. The nostalgia is real right now. I had all them. When I was a kid. I had Goldust. I had Steve Austin. I mean, I had them all. Like that's the only thing I played with, really.
Yeah. Earlier today, I posted on Instagram because they had DM'd me a photo of my figure next to the OG Goldust bone cruncher, and they look like they came from the same line.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Shout out to Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, who really said some really kind words about these. Matt Cardona even went as far. Matt Cardona, action figure extraordinaire, expertise, said that this Blue Meanie figure so far as March 2023 is the figure of the year. So
wow.
Yeah, that he said go check out the Major Brothers figure podcast, wrestling figure podcast.
That is a hell of an endorsement.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. And he even went so far as to actually buy the figures, and he bought the variants, which means he thought it was worth the investment.
Sure.
So that means a lot to me. So yeah, I love those guys. And if anybody knows figures, it's them.
Yeah.
So the fact that, they Matt Cardona said that, hey, this might be the figure of the year so far for the year.
Yeah.
I don't know what's coming out down the line, but he said this is the action figure of the year, which is awesome.
That's really, I mean, it's really cool to be even in a contending position for that, like that's a cool position to be in. And again, like to have a figure is probably super cool, but to have multiple now over the course of a couple years is just, I mean, you're getting your flowers, man. You deserve it. It's like you made it.
Even the ponytail holders colored, which is
oh no
cool.
Shit! Look at the detail on that, man.
Yeah, they really went to town on the detail. This is fantastic, and dude, like I said, it's an incredible honor.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing I got Indianapolis, Indiana coming up. I'm not going to have these there because Figures Collection is going to be there.
Mm.
So if anybody in the area who's listening to this is going to the Squared Circle Expo, seek out Figures Collections, buy it right from them, and then if you come over to me, I'll sign it.
Sick.
So yeah, I don't want to. I don't want them to think I'm competing with them. So
right.
I'll be at the convention, let them sell it, and God knows, maybe I'll buy some more off them.
Yeah.
But in May, I'll announce the date soon. I think it's May 27th. I'll be at Farpoint Toys and Collectibles. They have an annual toy show called It's a Toy Show. And Fairpoint Toys, they were featured on the Amazon Prime show, a toy store near you. And it's my childhood friend Justin Daniels and his wife Penelope run this fantastic store called Farpoint Toys. Now they've expanded to 2 and 3 different locations.
Mm-hmm.
So they're having their annual It's a Toy Show at their mothership store in Mays Landing, New Jersey. I'll bring some to that, and then I'll have some at the next Icons July 1st at the 2300 Arena. So, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, I know my friend Paul Brown, friend of the show, Paul Brown, does some work with Farpoint as well. So whatever event is out there, I'll try to be sure I come out. He's got a really sick, I got to tell you, I got to put him over a little bit. He's got a super cool toy collection and like comic book, like he calls it the Fortress of Politude. And he's finally putting it together at his house, and it's really fucking dope. And I can't wait to see it all put together. But yeah, I'll be there for that. If just give me the details, and I will definitely come through and say what's up to you and Paul. But also, Icons will be dope this summer. Hopefully, I'll have my bikini body ready so I can fit into my shorts again. But yeah, dude, that's just it's just super cool. Like I love seeing all these figures come out for you. And again, just the fact that you're getting your flowers now at this point. The only thing I think could top that, if you will,
yes,
there's an honor, I believe, that they do this time of year. What is it called? It's the thing. There's like a great hall, and it's for famous people in the wrestling world. They might call it Fame.
Oh.
Yes,
yeah.
Of course. As you know, next year, Meanie Mania 40 is coming, y'all. Keep it tuned. We're making it a reality. We're gonna start this trend. We have 365 days to push this after WrestleMania in 2 weeks, and we're gonna get Meanie in the Hall of Fame. Is what's gonna happen. And if he's not gonna be in the Hall of Fame, maybe he'll just be at the event. But we'll be like, hey, Meanie was at the Hall of Fame. But
hey, I'll buy a street vendor fucking license and drill it on the corners of Broad and Patterson.
That's right. I was gonna say we'll be outside slinging pretzels and fucking cheesesteaks or water bottles. Yo, hey, 2 for $20. Yo, Bret Hart, how you doing? How you doing?
UWO shirts. I'll be out there with 8x10s.
Yep, that's right. We're here.
I'll be out there with my variants.
That's right.
And hey, if they want to invite me to that, I'll set up my own event.
So so Conrad, I know you're watching. Let's get Bruce on the line. Let's have him put the bug in Papa H's ear. Let's get this ball rolling. We got to get Blue in the Hall of Fame because it's not a Hall of Fame without the Blue Meanie. I'm just saying.
Well, in Philly.
You're already. Well, are you at the 2300 Hall of Fame?
The 2300 has a hardcore Hall of Fame, which I'm in, which is a very cool honor.
Yeah.
Not only did I wrestle there, I wrestled from almost every promotion that was in there.
That's awesome.
And then ran events there as well. So
that is super
cool.
But
the Farpoint Toys event will be Saturday, May 27th. I just looked it up.
Perfect.
And I'll eventually work it into my ad read for the end of the show. But we just agreed on it like this week. I was like, hey, you still doing that show? He's like, yeah, you want to do it? I was like, yeah. And that was it.
That's awesome, man.
I've made a really cool graphic, which I'm going to start posting and stuff like that. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love those summer icon events, man. It's nice. It's hot because Philly is fucking hot all the time apparently, but like it's just something about coming in the summer. It's just a really good time. So any of those events too, and we'll have this. I know Super Jersey Comic Expo is coming up again soon, so we'll make sure we get you all the details on that. But yeah, it's a crazy time right now, man. And what else is going on in the world of the blue?
Shout out to my buddy Danny Cage and the world famous Monster Factory Pro Wrestling School over in Hillsborough. They just came out. They had their show debut on Apple TV Plus.
They did.
Called Monster Factory, aptly named Monster Factory. And I got to be involved in. Well, actually, I'm in like 2 episodes. One's a flashback to when we had a Jerry Briscoe camp at the Monster Factory. They showed a flashback to like 2015. And then this past June, they had an event at the arena, a showcase of sorts. And I was asked to be on that show, which was a lot of fun. And I'm in a lot of clips in the season finale of Monster Factory. But look, if you're a fan of pro wrestling, if you love documentaries, this show is perfect. It's like 6 30-minute episodes and a lot of great characters, real life people who I've grown to love and, get to know over the years. And, just, I don't want to go too far into it with a review. I'd rather people just watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And for themselves. But if if you like watching the journey or, the struggle or the success of pro wrestling, definitely check out Monster Factory on Apple TV Plus. Again, Danny's been working on this for a while, and they've been talking about it for a while. And the fact that it's out now and it's getting a lot of good reviews,
yeah,
it's really cool. I'm a homer. Like, South Jersey to me is like
it's basically Philly. Yeah,
it's basically Philly. From Trenton down's basically Philly. Yeah. From Trenton is New York.
Listen, people don't get it, but Philly's here, but it's also here. It's a huge fucking area. It's Bucks County. It's fucking Delco. It's Chester County. It's South Jersey. It's practically the fucking boardwalk. Like, it's just easier to say Philly, man. Even if you're from that area of Jersey, just Philly.
Oh yeah, you can see that. You can literally see like Philly from Paulsboro, where the Monster Factory is. But yeah. It's cool to see how far the Monster Factory's come. A little history. Monster Factory was originally created by Pretty Boy Larry Sharp and Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Wow.
Yeah, legendary former NWA WWF champion Buddy Rogers. They opened up the school, opened a facility because Larry had trained a few people. And Nature Boy Buddy Rogers wanted Larry Sharp to train his son to become a professional wrestler. And I don't know what all on with that. I don't know what all went on with that, but eventually Larry started training like guys like Bam Bam Bigelow, the Godfather when he was the Soul Taker, a whole bunch of people, King Kong Bundy, bunch of people. The list of Tatanka, a whole bunch of people came out of Monster Factory, and then time goes on, and then social media becomes a thing, and the Monster Factory really isn't taking advantage of like the social media aspect of it. And Danny started, Danny Cage was a Monster Factory student, and then he went on to help train some guys, and Larry said, look, I really like the way you train these guys, and basically transferred the Monster Factory over to Danny, and Danny went and just kind of like rebooted the whole system from with the social media and all this stuff, and he's brought it out of the Stone Age into the modern times and stuff like that. He's done a great job with the Monster Factory, and I couldn't be more happy for him because he's put it's one thing to do something, but to put in your own time and money to build something, it's really cool to see, the sacrifices he's made to make this school successful. And, he gave me an opportunity to be a coach there. I need to get back over, but, I was coaching there every week, and then like a bunch of shit went wrong with me, like between breaking my hand and then, my mom got sick, and I had to, take care of her. And I started, prioritizing, seeing my mom and all that stuff. And then
totally makes sense though.
After she passed, when she passed, it really took the wind out of my sails. And I just, I just never really thought that, hey, I should probably go back to the Monster. But I need to get back to the Monster Factory and help coach and stuff like that, because I like helping the younger talent, because when I first started training with Al, I trained with Al. He was a 13-year vet, but he would always have me work, do matches with a guy like, Denny Cass, who's old school veteran. A lot of people know about Irish Mickey Doyle. Would have me doing matches with Mickey. Went on to train a bunch of guys, most notably Rhino.
Wow.
Working with Al was always having me work with the vets and stuff like that, because I was learning from Al, but then like he would have me work with these vets, and the vets would show me something different. And it's good to learn from one person, but it's also, I mean, it was great to learn from Al, but like it was great to learn from so many different people.
Yeah.
And then take everything, every leaf I've learned and put them all together and make it my own thing.
Right.
So, and that's what, I'd like to do at the factory. It's like, I'm not going to go in there and go, okay, this is the top wrist lock. But what I like to do is like to watch the kids have a match and then pull them aside and say, okay, this is what you could have done better. Mm-hmm. This is,
right.
This might not work for you. You might not be big enough to do that type of move, or you might be too big enough to do that move.
Right. Right.
They're just different things, depending. It's all situational.
Right. Right.
You don't want to see a 7-foot guy doing a hurricanrana. You don't want to see a 5'6" guy doing the choke slam,
Right.
But, perception's reality, Even if the 5'6" guy could legit beat the 7-foot guy's ass, perception's reality.
Absolutely.
It's all about the storytelling. But, the show was really good. The soundtrack's amazing. Yeah. A little inside baseball. Me and Danny we're both big fans of, WWF Saturday Night's Main Event. After every Saturday Night's Main Event would go off the air, they would play Phil Collins' Take Me Home. Really? And that was like that song really hit me in my fucking feels. I love that song.
It's a great record.
Take me home. And it's kind of,
don't remember.
Yes.
Great record.
I just learned this week, because I started doing a deep dive on it, and fucking Peter Gabriel and Sting did the backup vocals for that song.
Really?
Yeah, which is funny because Phil Collins replaced Peter Gabriel in Genesis.
Right? Yeah.
Amicably, if I can say that word. Yeah, big word.
First day with a new mouth. Yep.
Yes, I have no lips.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we're fans of Saturday Night's Main Event. Phil Collins, Take Me Home, closed out the show. And after every Monster Factory show, he would close, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. And he would play Phil Collins, Take Me Home after every Monster Factory show. So there's an episode where one of the episodes closes with Phil Collins, Take Me Home.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And I'm sitting on my couch, like tearing up. I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I was there. But, real life gets in the way sometimes. But I definitely need to get back to the Monster Factory.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking school. Danny's a great coach. He does a lot of stuff coaching that I really don't think I would have the patience to do. I'm more of the give them to me when they're able to work matches kind of stage, just, it sounds fucked up to say, but it's all about patience and stuff like that. So, he's a great coach. He's a great guy. He's a great family man. There's a lot of real life story in the show that people can relate to. I don't want to give it all away for free here on the podcast.
Right.
Go either subscribe to Apple TV Plus or, do the free trial and binge watch in a day. Just go watch the show. It's really good.
Yep. That's, I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch it, but I know I've seen you in it. I've seen the screen grabs. I know friend of the show, John Alba, is in it as well.
John Alba's a great guy.
John
man.
is fucking great. Like any chance I can get to put John over, especially because he's a Springsteen fan. And like, if you're a Springsteen guy or a Springsteen girl, you're automatically going to go like 100 points up in my book. So like, he's the shit. So anything that John does, follow him on Twitter. I can't put him over enough.
Please do.
Yeah.
He is to Springsteen to what I am with Van Halen. Just like fanboy geekdom.
Yeah.
And once Van Halen kind of like, retired, I saw him on their last tour, and I kind of knew it was going to be the last time I saw him. And Foo Fighters kind of took over that, and Foo Fighters became my. Van Halen will always be number one, but like Foo Fighters will be 1A.
Yeah.
To the fact that when Taylor unfortunately passed away, I was like, I have to go to the tribute concert.
Yeah,
it's that heavy, and John Alba's like that with Springsteen. He traveled to like Florida and stuff like that. And John Alba is just a great man, great guy, straight shooter. He does amazing work over there on ad free shows with the Podfather Conrad, and him and Bischoff doing talking strictly business on Bischoff's feed is appointment listening.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
If you want to learn something, get the Strictly Business podcast, because you're not only learning, you're learning like the behind the scenes stuff and the inside baseball stuff, which is really cool. And I like hearing Eric Bischoff talk. I can listen to Eric Bischoff talk about wrestling all day.
Yeah.
And shout out to ad free shows. I love ad free shows and that whole crew there. But John Alba's an amazing dude. Yeah,
the Strictly Business, and I love that kind of stuff. I love the granular information that comes with like business and just in wrestling in general. So the fact that the two of them put together a show, and it's somebody like Eric, who arguably is one of the best I don't give a shit what you have to say about, what he says about wrestling now, because quite frankly, Eric Bischoff's one of the best to ever do it. And the fact that we're able to sit for an hour and listen to him talk about the business of the business with someone who can keep up with him like John Alba, it's fabulous. So Strictly Business is on that 83 Weeks feed. But again, not to, obviously we want you to listen to our show too and sign up for our Patreon. But if I could recommend a 1A, to use a term Blue just used, go to adfreeshows.com and sign up now, because they have so much good stuff there. But Phil Collins, I know people shit on Phil Collins all the time, but like I
don't know why.
I love his music. I grew up, my dad used to play his records all the time. We used to listen to No Jacket Required, like on the vinyl, growing up listening to that. And he was a big Genesis fan too, so we got a lot of that music. But I started recently getting into Sting, like really, I don't know, it's just like I never really gave him a chance. My parents didn't listen to him. My mom just fucking hated Sting, and we just never listened to him. But I'll try to get through this without crying, but my mentor died recently. He was my photography teacher. His name was Bill Islinger, and he was one of like very few adults that like looked out for me. And he died suddenly last month. And at his here he is. I'll show you. The Pod Squad members get a shot of Mr. Is right here. This was at the Hall & Oates concert in 2016 over at BB&T Pavilion. Saw him randomly, and I was just like, holy fucking shit, it's Is, and I was like, run up to him, I was like, hey man, what's going on? We talked for probably like, I don't know, I don't even remember who the opener was, but I think we talked for probably 15, 20 minutes and just caught up, and it was great. It was cool. It was cool to know that like he knew that I was okay, because I wasn't okay when I was in his class. And at his funeral service, his nephew played an acoustic version of Fields of Gold by Sting. And it's just such a beautiful song. Like I didn't realize how impactful it was. And then I was just like, I'm going to like kind of explore this. And like, I've been on this, like, I don't want to call it classic rock, because like 93 was only 30 years ago. So it's not like, I wouldn't say like classic, but like
now. Yeah.
And, and like he was a big CSNY fan. So I remember like in the photography classroom, he had a stereo system that was set up. And on he would have the CD player in the back room, and it was like always a treat to go and like put a CD in, pick what we were going to listen to. And in the dark room and in the classroom, we had these wooden speakers that were wired up, and it was just music the whole time. And it was all these great records, and it was just an atmosphere, you know? So I'm just like kind of diving back into that. But I was like, wow, the point of all this is to say, I've really been enjoying Sting a lot recently. And I'm disappointed that I didn't get into him before, but I'm enjoying it now.
Hey, dude, it's like we're almost like on the same wavelength, because every now and then, like, I'm like trying to think of new shit to listen to. And I'll put on Pandora, and I put on the Police radio on Pandora, which is all songs by the Police and Sting.
Yeah.
And dude, like, Sting's been in my head a lot.
Yeah.
Lately. And Fields of Gold, Desert Rose. Oh my God. I know the songs, but I'm shitty with titles.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I know. I'm like, yeah, that record fucks. I love it. Yeah, but I can't tell you what it's called.
Dude, any song from the 89 to like from 1984 to, 93, I could probably give you the album and the track listing and whoever the liner notes were. Now I'm just like, yeah, that track. Fucking Sting's amazing. Yeah. I've been listening to him a lot. If I ever lose my faith in you.
Man. Yeah, that record's great too.
Yeah. Just, it's amazing. Well, as soon as you said that, I popped. I was like, I've been listening to a lot of Sting lately. A lot of Phil Collins. And on the Sting radio on Pandora, there's a lot of Phil Collins. And, I did a deep dive into there's a great channel on YouTube, The Professor of Rock. This guy Adam Reeder, shout out to him. He did a deep dive on Take Me Home, and I didn't know he's doing that. That's where I learned that Peter Gabriel and Sting did the background vocals, and Take Me Home by Phil Collins was based on One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Fascinating. I did not know that.
Somebody in the mental institution.
No shit. Well, Take Me Home, because I don't remember. Yeah, that makes sense. It checks out. Yeah. Take
this look of worry. I'm an ordinary man, or something like that.
Wild, man. I love stories like that, though. I know we talked about in the archives. You can listen to our Van Halen Michael Jackson conversation from last year, but also too, like with fucking Michael Jackson singing backup vocals on What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. It's like this secret that is it's out there, and like nobody really talks about it. And he talked about it on some interview that never aired, and they're like, oh well, that didn't really happen, but it's like you can fucking hear him singing. Like you can hear him singing. Why would he just make this up? So I love little tidbits like that, man. It's just so great.
Michael McDonald did backup vocals on everybody's records.
Oh my God. Yeah, he did. I forget what I heard. It was
on all the Steely Dan records, basically.
That's the one. Yeah, there was a record I heard the other day or a couple weeks ago, and I heard him on there, and I was like, I didn't know Michael McDonald was on this. And then,
I didn't know he was on. I didn't know Michael Jackson was on What a Fool
Believes. Yeah. In the hook where the real high parts are. Because, like, if you've ever watched, like, a Doobie Brothers or a Michael McDonald performance live, like, Michael McDonald can actually, like, hit some of those notes. But there's a specific, like, super high note that Michael Jackson hits. And you can, if you listen to it real, like, they blend it in real nice, but you can still hear him in the track. He's still there. But, yeah, dude. Oh, God, I fucking love that show. I was just thinking about Bobby Caldwell, too. Bobby Caldwell died. What You Won't Do for Love, man, that record, dude, like,
I didn't know that guy was white.
No, nobody did. Nobody had any idea. Not a single person. Nope.
I thought he was a black soul singer.
That's right. And that's the thing about him is like, it was that and My Flame were the big records that he did. And everybody just assumed he was a black soul singer. And then you find out that he's a white guy. You're like, holy shit. Like, it just, the voice just did not match what I imagined him being. And it's just, he was, oh man, I could listen to Bobby Caldwell. I love that sound though, that like, it's almost, it's that soul R&B. There's a great artist that I listen to from Detroit called Dwelle. He's a modern guy. And I just like, if I'm on the train and I'm just feeling the city vibe, I just put that shit on and I'm fucking spaced, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm in heaven and nothing can fucking phase me. I'm the happiest guy in the world. But,
like that's like all notes.
Yeah. And they were fucking great live too, by the way. They were fucking amazing live.
I saw them, the pier that went down on Delaware Ave. They had the, where they have the concerts on Delaware Ave.
Oh, Festival Pier, right?
Yeah.
That's the one.
I saw them with Train. That's fucking amazing double bill.
Man, I don't remember who opened for Hall & Oates, but they were great. Like, they were like, I love a band that I can go and see that sounds just like the record. You know, like they just, like Linkin Park. When I saw them at same venue about 10 years earlier, and Chester sounded just like the record. It was like, Fred Durst is the same way. People shit on Fred Durst, but I'm telling you, that dude's got one of the best metal screams of all time. I don't want to hear shit about it. This is a Fred Durst shit talking free zone here, okay?
I got to meet Fred once, and he was like super fucking cool.
Yeah.
We're at the House of Blues in Hollywood, and I'm boys with the guys from Saliva. They're like, hey, we're playing House of Blues. You want to come out? Sure. I go in the back, and the fucking Fred Durst and the drummer was just hanging out.
Oh, John Otto was there too.
Yeah,
that's
John
cool.
Otto.
Take him to the Matthews Bridge.
I'm trying to think. One of my buddies who wrestled in WWE used to be their bodyguard.
Oh no shit.
And that was my Travis Tomko.
Wow, that's cool.
He was their bodyguard, you know, because they're all from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I used to work with Travis Tomko. They're like, oh shit, and you know, we just talked from there, and then like we went out in the crowd and just watched Saliva together, which is kind of cool.
That's cool.
And then now with what's the other band you said?
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. I almost said Incubus. Linkin Park, because Incubus is another great band.
Yeah.
From that started at Linkin Park. I got to see them side stage at Ozfest.
Oh shit.
Pretty cool. I'm buddies with the Black Label guys, and this was like Ozfest, whatever that year was, because the fucking Butterfly guys were on that fucking tour.
Crazy Town. They got booed off stage, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what?
A few seconds, but
I saw Shifty Shellshock is the lead singer of Crazy Town. He's sober again, and he's performing music like he was at a store, and he was performing. Yeah. He was like doing the song. And like the whole internet, like all of Twitter, which Twitter is a fucking cesspool, right? And Twitter just took the time to just dump all over this guy. And I thought to myself, and I think I tweeted it too, and I was like, you know what? Like, good for Shifty Shellshock. Like, the fact that the dude is getting his life together and he's embracing a song that's like kind of haunted him for the past 25 years and he's been like really upset about. And now he's like really like enjoying. It seemed like he was in a good spot in this song, like while he was performing. And it's like, here's all you people just like waiting for him to like just to like fail again. And it's just like, I hate that shit. But it's like, good for that dude. But that doesn't change the fact that they got booed off stage at Ozfest.
Dude, like they were getting heckled so bad that they would like speed their songs up. Oh, like, come on, lady, come, lady. Blah, 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 blah. All right, we're out.
Yep, see ya. It's like Nickelback playing the two songs and they were throwing shit at him on stage.
Did you ever see when the guy from Nickelback got hit in that with it was a rock, which isn't funny.
No.
But somebody went and made it a pickle. Like something on the internet. It looked like the singer from Nickelback got hit in the head with a giant pickle.
Oh my God, man.
Which made something fucked up like funny.
You know, it's crazy. Jess Margera talks about their time. They signed with Roadrunner, which is the label that Nickelback is on. And he was talking, they did one album for him called Carver City, which I think is my favorite album by them, but that's just because I was there for a lot of the recording. And they were talking, I forget, it was like somebody was in the studio and Jess is like, you just always hear shit, right? He's like, I'm listening to the story I'm not supposed to be hearing. And, you know, that we walk by and the one guy's like, how does it feel to be responsible for Nickelback? And it's like, well, someone's got to pay the bills around here. It's just like he popped them, you know? And like people forget that Nickelback have sold a bajillion records. Like there's a reason that Roadrunner is going to exist in perpetuity forever and ever until the end of time because Nickelback sold all them records. But
Yeah, people shit on Nickelback, but
I don't mind them.
They're selling out arenas,
Right?
and they're always they're always on the charts in the sales. So it's like hating it, like but listening in private, you know.
Right.
Oh yeah, I hate them too, and then they go in, you know, in their rock and roll closet and listen to some Nickelback, you know.
I don't mind them. Like, I don't think there's anybody that I really dislike except for like that super like fake patriotic honky tonk country music. Like, that's really the only thing that I'm like, ugh, God, I can't listen to this.
There's some country I like.
Yeah.
Like the rock and country.
Yeah.
Then there's some, you know, there's some country that I just want to slice off my eyelids and dump my face in soapy warm water. I'd rather do that than listen to it. But sorry to the listeners out there that like country. I don't hate all country, but there's some country I'm like,
No, man. There's some that's not. I mean, but that's like with every music. You know, most people know I'm a rap guy and, you know, love hip hop music. And there's some hip hop music that's fucking great, and there's a lot of it that's just not good. And I think that's for every genre. But
I like 80s and 90s hip hop.
Yeah, I was going to mention Bone Thugs and Harmony they sampled Phil Collins' Take Me Home, and it was a big hit in 2003, and Phil Collins is actually in the video, which was super dope. But
well, the story with that is they approached Phil Collins and he turned them down.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, I'm over here in Norway or whatever he was, you know, doing a tour. They said, we will fly to you and do this. And he was so taken aback by their their willingness to go to where he was. So he's like, all right,
yeah,
you can use the song. I'll be in your video. Yeah. He's like, oh my God, if these guys are willing to spend the money to come over here.
Right. To shoot a video to use my song. I mean, that's a big deal, you know, like that's kind of, and the song's great too. Bone Thugs typically never miss on their records, but Nate, a friend of the show, I would be remiss not to mention, a friend of the show, Nate Smythe, is a fantastic country singer. Does a lot of covers. He's absolutely great. So I'll listen to his stuff too, but most times country music
just certain country I can't like. My grandma was big in the country, which you wouldn't have known looking at her, but her favorite song was Hank Williams' Tear in My Beer. And you know, I'll put that on every now and then just to think of my grandma, but she loved Hank Williams.
It's amazing, and I will get to the next part of the show, but it's amazing to think about the fact that like Hank Williams III does music with Gigi fucking Allen's band, the Murder Junkies.
Yeah.
I love that we're keeping Gigi Allen alive here on the podcast. Like, it's like every other week, it's like Gigi Allen, you know?
That's good shit, pal.
That's good shit. Look at him, Blue. He's smearing the shit. He's smearing shit on his face. Get the good Vince McMahon stuff on the Patreon page. It stinks. So Meanie, real fast before we keep going.
Yes.
Just want to know if we can get a round of applause from everybody. Do you know why? You know why we're golf clapping right now? I'm so excited to announce that Manscaped launched their Ultra Premium Collection. Believe it or not, it's for your not so private parts. Talking about a leveled up hygiene routine with your favorite manly scent. This is an all-in-one skin and hair care kit for the everyday man and covers you from head to toe. Literally, Manscaped is trusted below the waist. Now trust them with the rest. Join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code MEANIE20. Now, Meanie, we all know how essential the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0 is for that precise trim below the waist. Their advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts in your most delicate areas. And I'm telling you, Meanie, there's nothing more that Courtney likes when she gets down there to see Little John on the East Side Boys. She likes to see some smooth skin, and I'm sure Manscaped's done the job for you as well.
Manscaped is the perfect product. It's perfect for the hygiene for your low gene. No, seriously, top-notch quality products with, you know, the ball trimmer, the nose and ear hair trimmer, the foot spray, the deodorant, everything that, you know, Manscaped does is top-notch quality. Top-notch scents, by the way. The deodorant smells great. The man wipes smell phenomenal. Everything Manscaped does is top notch, especially even the bag they give you to carry everything in. top notch from top to bottom. No pun intended.
Top to bottom is right, but check this out, meaning we know how great the Lawnmower 4.0 is. Check out what's in this pack, the Ultra Premium Collection. It comes with a Manscaped Premium Deodorant. No, and it's not for your balls. It's for your stinky-ass armpits, because trust me, I'm in there doing my front squats, man, and Papa needs a brand new shower. So they keep that deodorant. It dries clear, it's aluminum-free, and it smells like their signature scent. A hydrating body moisturizer. If you have any tattoos or issues with dry skin, it's designed to keep your skin feeling fresh, clean, and smelling fresh as well. The body wash to lather you up has infused aloe vera and sea salt shower gel. 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner to clean that scalp with one easy step, plus a free gift, a 3-pack of lip balm that's made with ingredients such as vitamin E, peppermint, and eucalyptus oil to keep those chappers feeling moist. I use it every single day. I have some here somewhere, probably in my suit pants where it belongs. That's 4 products plus a gift inside the Ultra Premium Collection. And I got to tell you, Meanie, that sounds like an incredible score, especially for the holidays coming up. What's even better about this is that all of these products are cruelty-free, paraben-free, vegan-friendly, and dye-free. The best ingredients with zero compromise. Get that Ultra Premium Collection hot off the shelves right now. Go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code meanie20. At manscaped.com, that's 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code meanie20 at manscaped.com. The power of attraction is now in a bottle thanks to Manscaped, and your balls will thank you. And Meanie, I want to say thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring the program today.
Sponsor the program that sponsors Mind of the Meanie and helps you feel good, look confident, and show the one you love that you love them a little bit more.
But what doesn't stink, you know what I did there. What doesn't stink is my favorite part of the show, which I'm ready to ask you now. Mr. Blue,
Yeah, cause.
I have a question for you.
What's that?
Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to.
It's time to ask me anything.
Ask me something.
It's the shits.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
Don't forget, tweet us your questions using the hashtag AskMeanie and follow us on social media at Mind of the Meanie. And you may hear your questions on the show. And Blue, I finally remembered a seltzer, not the cheap shit from down the hall, but a real live sparkling ice, lemon lime flavor. I hope this doesn't explode, but I'm going to try to Sandman this if I can. We're going to do it in 3, 2, 1. Sexy. Nice, crispy, right out of there. Get the pinkies up, guys and gals.
Normally, I'd be joining you, but tonight I'm drinking kombucha because I want to try to get my belly right. So,
gonna get them seltzer kisses right in there for Carl, right in his ears there. I've
been doing kombucha burps all night.
Ivan Rivers wants to know if there were a Van Halen film, who would your ideal pick to play Eddie and the rest of the band?
Whoever casts it, keep away whoever casted that fucking Motley Crue movie. The Dirt or whatever that was, that piece of shit. I watched 10 minutes of that piece of shit and turned it off. I was like, this is horrible.
Jesus Christ.
But then again, I watched the Pam and Tommy show on Hulu, and whoever did the casting on there was like fantastic. I was like, that looks like Pam, that looks like Tommy. And even the rest of the guys in the casted for Motley Crue were pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, as far as Dave, I would have to get Mike Starr from Steel Panther.
There you go.
Because I used to go see Mike Starr from Steel Panther when he fronted the Van Halen tribute band Atomic Punks. And he does a spot on David Lee Roth. And I think he would be able to do Dave perfectly.
Yeah.
As far as Alex, I'm assuming I could pick anybody from Time.
Yeah, I guess there's no time.
Because, dude, if I was booking somebody to play Alex Van Halen in the Van Halen movie, it was whoever the motherfucker from Fast Time at Ridgemont High who played Damone, the the actor who play. I know your lightning fingers typing it up right. But if you look at DeMeanie from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, he looks exactly like Alex Van Halen in that movie. It's like they almost dressed him up to be Alex Van Halen.
Actor's name was Robert Romanus or Romanus.
Yes. Thank you.
You got it.
Yeah. So we got Mike Starr. We got
Robert
DeMeanie.
Romanus.
Yeah. Eddie would be the hardest one. Because you would have to have a stunt double for the hands.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I shout out real quick. Speaking of like amazing, the new fucking song by Extreme is fucking amazing. So go out there and go on YouTube and look up Extreme, and the song is called Rise. Nuno Betancourt is a fucking beast on this fucking song. To the where people are like, it's like, you know, Eddie Van Halen passed, and Nuno said, let me try to pick up the slack here in the rock world, you know?
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, I would say if you're going to do a stunt double for the, fuck it, get Nuno Betancourt to play Eddie. You would have to, you know, curl his hair a little bit, but, you know, just, I think Nuno could pull it off stage wise and with the playing wise. Definitely Nuno. Michael Anthony. That's the hard one. That's a hard one too. Because you know, my whole life I've been saying that DeMeanie looks like fucking Alex Van Halen, and I saw, you know, Atomic Punks. I was like, my God, that guy looks just like fucking David Lee Roth. His real name, Mike Starr from Steel Panther. His real name's Ralph Syons or whatever. And people used to call him David Lee Ralph because he looked just like David Lee Roth. Now, booking Michael Anthony. Yeah, I don't know. You might have to get back to me on that one.
Vanessa just said, what about Paul Rudd as Eddie Van Halen?
The acting, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I would say, yeah, that's a good one. Paul Rudd.
I could see him pulling that off. Yeah, I mean, if you got somebody to sing for, you know, or to play, you know, teach him.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have to go to like rock school like they did for Almost Famous.
Right. Yeah, he'd have to go and do something.
Yeah. Good on you. Good on you, Vanessa. That's a good one, Paul. Yeah. Look, I'm a man, right? And I'm comfortable in my manhood, but Paul Rudd's a good looking fucking dude.
He is.
He's a handsome man.
He's a good looking dude.
He's a damn handsome man.
That's right.
So yeah, Paul Rudd. Good. Yeah. But Nuno would do the up close guitar shots.
Yeah.
But fucking Michael Anthony, that'd be a hard one.
Did you go over Sammy Hagar yet?
Oh, we're doing Sammy too.
I mean, you probably have to, right? How many? Yeah. Well, let me ask you this: how many records did David Lee Roth do before he left the band?
6.
Oh, okay. So it was a longer period. Because for whatever reason, I'm thinking like David Lee Roth like he did like 2 albums.
No, technically, I think Sammy and Dave did about the same amount of records, and they were in the band the same amount of.
Fascinating.
Well, this is where it gets tricky because Van Halen 1 came out in 78.
Right.
He left in 86. So people think that he was in band from 78 to 86. Or 85, I'm sorry. 85.
Right.
It was 85 because they did 1984, toured, and then he left at 85.
Split.
And then Sammy joined in 85. So that's, but you know, Dave was in the band from 75, you know, right. And there's like a really good Van Halen demo out there called Van Halen 0 because it came out before Van Halen 1.
Slick. Okay.
Which was produced by Gene Simmons.
No shit.
Yeah. Gene flew them out to New York, did a whole demo trying to get them signed. And when he couldn't get them signed, he ripped up the contract, said, guys, you're on your own. But that has been around on the internet forever.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. But, you know, Sammy and Dave, like, we're kind of in the band same length. Who would play Sammy?
Guy Fieri. Who could play Sammy? Seth Rogen.
No,
Maybe.
I don't know. I got to get. Oh my God. Who was in Wedding Crashers?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson will play Sammy Hagar.
Fuck yeah, dude. That is a great casting choice.
He would just have to curl out his hair, but he could definitely pull off Sammy.
That is an excellent choice.
Yeah.
Way better, way better than Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen could be Michael Anthony.
There you go.
How about that?
Perfect. Cast in the movie.
Chubby bearded fella. Everyone said Michael Anthony was fat, but he wasn't fat. He just had chubby cheeks.
Yeah, I don't see it. Let's see. All right, here. Next question. Danny Boy 316 says, big fan of the pod. Thanks for all you guys do. Thank you, Danny Boy 316. We appreciate you listening. I'm curious to hashtag Ask Meanie. What is the biggest wrestling crowd pop you remember being in the arena for? Also, musically speaking, what is the best concert pop that you've ever been a part of?
Ooh.
Great questions.
Yeah, I was in the building for some good pops in ECW and WWE. But holy shit, when Austin came out to hit the Rock in the head with the chair in the when Mick Foley won the belt.
Yeah.
That I felt the earth moving below my feet.
Oh, you were there for that pop.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Mick Foley chronicles it in his book because afterwards we rode to Boston. He was in another car, I was in another car, and we rode to Boston. We went to Calhoun's, I think, in Boston, and we go back to the hotel, and it's late, and the hotel's all booked up. I couldn't get a room, and I'm sitting there in the lobby. I was like, oh, I guess I'll just have to sit here for 7 hours till the shuttle. Mick walks in and goes, hey, Meanie, what's up? I was like, room's booked. He's like, oh, what time's your flight? I was like, about 6. Or no, it was 7-ish, but I had to be there at 6. You can see him doing the math in his head. He's like, if it was like an hour difference, he probably just would have went, have a good night, But he's like, you want to, come, you want to crash in my room, right? It's like, all right, thank you. Which is very brave of him. For the few times we roomed together, I would just fucking fart him out of the fucking room. He's also chronicled in his books.
Amazing.
He said he looked at the Misfits Winnebago that they lived in. He's like, well, I made a night in the Red Roof Inn and listened to the Blue Meanie farting to sleep. It seemed not so bad. But the night he won the belt, like he in the book, he goes, I'm WWF World Champion, and I have 10 pounds of Chinese food and the Blue Meanie in my bed. Yeah.
Amazing.
Little inside baseball, we watched A Bronx Tale. So
great fucking movie.
Yeah.
One of my favorites of all time, man.
Yeah, we crashed to A Bronx Tale, and then I got a couple hours sleeping, then went to the airport and flew out. But yeah, that was a huge fucking pop.
Sonny had 5 fingers, but he only used 3.
and great advice in that movie.
It's really
for $20, you're never ever going to deal with that guy ever again.
Never. You got him away from you for $20. It cost you $20 to get him out of your life. The door test. Do the fucking door test.
Every man I know has done the door test. Yep.
You have to, man. Yeah, I have, of course. Fucking amazing. 3 great ones, too. That's also true. I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year. And it's true. You get 3 great ones in your life.
Yes.
And that's it. Sometimes you get them early. Sometimes you get them late. I've been lucky that I got them spread out through my life. But you get 3 great ones, and that's it.
I'm with the greatest one in my life right now. So
as am I. To be clear, she's the 3rd. And that's it.
Yes.
There's no more after this. Fuck. Goddamn, I love that movie.
Absolutely. I might have to watch that.
I was just thinking the same thing. Courtney and I had, like, There's a handful of movies that we always talk about watching. It's a Bronx Tale, Fallen with Denzel Washington, which they actually filmed in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Great one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. And
That movie.
man, that's such a good flick, man. Holy shit, dude.
Is on my side.
Yes, it is. It's got a great cast too, like John Goodman, Donald Sutherland, James Gandolfini pre-Sopranos is in it. Yeah, he plays one of the cops inside the precinct. Fun fact: there's a guy named Tony Donnelly, one of the kids in the movie. He's got the long blonde hair. He gets possessed by Azazel. He's actually I went to high school with him, so we talked about how cool Denzel was a lot. But great movie. If go out of your way to watch it. But for years,
the one guy who I guess he's got the demon in his body and they execute him like the ball. He's like, he's in a really good movie called Some Kind of Wonderful.
Yes. Yeah. Great actor.
And Heather Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Or not Heather Thomas. The other Heather from Back to the Future.
Oh shit. I can see her name. I can see her. I can't. Let me see. Leah Thompson. That's it. Right. That's all right. You had the last name right. Not the first.
Yeah. Heather Thompson. Heather Thomas was a dynasty.
Oh man, Bronx Tale is so goddamn good. Robert De Niro and Chaz Palminteri. Chaz Palminteri, it does the one-man show for like so many years. De Niro's in the crowd, watches the one-man show and goes, "I want to do the show," and they make a movie out of it on HBO. Oh God, so fucking good, man. Probably the best mafia movie I've ever seen, I would say.
And one of the best mafia movies where De Niro doesn't play a mobster.
Right. He plays the straight character. He plays the straight guy. The working man.
The Jersey Boys was based off of Joe Pesci.
Yeah. Yes, it was. And Joe Pesci's a great singer, too, which people don't know about. The best part of that, one of the best scenes in that movie, though, of Bronx Tale is when the bikers come in. Yes. And they're fucking with the mafia in the bar, and they're doing the beer, and they shake it all over the bar. They throw it all over the bartender, and they lock the door, and now you can't leave. Man, holy shit. Love it, dude. Yeah. Absolutely love it.
Dude, and we'll get on with it. I know we're running late.
Oh, it's all right, man. I could talk movies with you all day, pal.
One of my favorite movies was a 80s movie called Heaven Help Us about these Catholic school kids.
Yeah.
You know the chubby kid, to whom Father?
Yeah.
To whom Father, the fat kid in the movie. Well, I'm in Hollywood. I'm at some bar, and I'm sitting there. I'm in there. That kid's in the fucking bar.
Oh no shit!
So I'm talking to him. I wish I could think of his name. I'm trying not to geek the fuck out, right? And I turn around, and fucking Chaz Palminteri walks into the fucking bar, who is like 8 fucking feet tall.
No fucking way.
Like I looked at him and went, "Sup?"
What else do you say to him? Yeah.
Yeah. Sup?
Wow.
So you don't want to be that guy, because in Hollywood, people feel comfortable walking around. They don't feel like people marking out. I don't want to mark out. But we made eye contact. I went, "Hey, sup?"
That's so crazy, man.
I went back to talk to the kid from Heaven Help Us.
Man, what a great fucking movie. Seriously, if you've never seen it, like, stop this right here. Go watch it. It's pretty much everywhere. Go watch it. Colodro. What kind of fucking name is Colodro? How the fuck do you even say that? Do coffee cake. I can't do coffee cake. Stand in front of the screen and we'll throw shit at you.
Colugio was in The Sopranos.
He was, yeah. He was friends with Jackie Aprile Jr., right? Yeah. He's had a rough life, man. That guy who played the adult C's had a real rough life. But if you're asking me, Danny Boy 316, what's the loudest crowd pop I ever heard? I was at the Monday Night Raw in Philadelphia at the Wells Fargo Center the night, it was the go home edition before WrestleMania 33, and it was the WrestleMania that Roman Reigns was fighting the Undertaker, and Roman was in the ring and they were booing the shit out of him, and then the lights went off and you heard the gong and the fucking place went crazy for the Undertaker. That was the loudest. I mean, it was like, it wasn't Steve Austin, chair shot pop, but like you could feel the concrete rattling under your feet. So it was definitely a great one.
sorry. As far as concerts.
Oh yeah, you're good, man. Oh right.
There's a lot of Van Halen ones, a lot of good pops. Like I want to say it was the Balance tour, maybe. It was either the Balance tour or the Fuck tour. They would always like the opening band would play, and then they do the switch over, the changeover,
right?
And then when Van Halen was ready, the house lights would go down, and then Eddie would just start fucking wailing away, right? And always open their concerts with Alex just banging, going off on the drum. Blah, blah, blah. But this one, fucking Eddie started playing the national anthem.
Oh shit! Like Hendrix style, right? Yeah.
Like to open up the before the band, he's playing the national anthem, and the crowd just went ape shit for it. It was definitely at the Spectrum. I know that much. I remember that much. So it might have been the Fuck tour, because I think I saw the Balance tour in Camden.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
So it was definitely the Foreign Lawful Carnal Knowledge tour, Philly Spectrum, and the house lights go down, and then Eddie starts playing the national anthem, and the crowd bananas. And more recently, humble brag, when I went to the Taylor Hawkins tribute concert, when I almost got choked there, when they brought up Taylor Hawkins' son, play My Hero.
Oh man.
Oh,
holy shit, dude. Right in the feels.
But then the crowd just went fucking bananas for his son.
That's awesome, man.
And then when they brought out fucking Paul McCartney.
Oh my God. I'm done. I can't even, Paul fucking McCartney. What the fuck? Crazy.
So many bucket list moments were scratched off that day.
I said to Courtney before, I've missed Paul McCartney coming through Philadelphia so many times. I was like, I gotta see Paul play before. That's another band that rocks too, Wings. My mother hated Wings, and we never listened to them. And the older I get, I'm like, I fucking love Wings, man. These guys, people shit on them, and that's fine, but I dig them. So I don't know, argue with the wall or something. But
what's that movie, Role Models?
Yeah. Love, take me down to the streets. That's not a Wings song.
With the fake Wings band.
The whole thread through the movie is the joke that it's a fucking Wings song, and it's not a Wings song. And then they
guy put a fake Paul McCartney song. They sound just like Paul McCartney songs.
At the end of the movie, they do the song. They wrote a song that sounds like on that premise, and it sounds just like a Wings song. Fucking hilarious.
When Paul the song. Fucking amazing.
Oh my God. The loudest concert pop for me was Oh, I'm looking right at it right here. Yeah, it was the Prime show. So rap fans, DJ Premier from Gangstar, back in 2014, 2015, he did a record with a rapper named Royce da 5'9". Royce da 5'9" was in Slaughterhouse. He raps a lot with Eminem. They did an incredible record together called Prime. It's really, really good. And they did a tour. And their first stop was in Philadelphia. It was at a small venue called Underground Arts. And sort of a backstory, Black Thought from The Roots, the MC from The Roots, was supposed to be on this record, and someone in the camp died, and he couldn't be on it. Well, they did a song called Wishin', which the rapper Common ended up doing the verse or the spot where the 16 where Black Thought was going to be. And at the show in Philadelphia, they surprised the crowd and brought out Black Thought. I have never, it was not a big venue, right? But it wasn't small, packed full of people. And I'm probably 2 or 3 spots from the actual stage where they were performing. And I thought I went deaf. The place went fucking ballistic. And we got to watch Black Thought essentially premiere this verse that had never been heard before anywhere. And they did a couple of, they did a medley, and it was just just fucking, that was probably the loudest experience outside of a large Springsteen concert or one of those, Eminem, one of those venues. Dr. Dre's pop at Yankee Stadium was pretty loud though, but not, if we're talking about large venues, that was the loudest I ever heard was Dre coming out to perform at Eminem. That was deafeningly loud. Let me see. Oh, here, last question. Mark and Dryden wants to know. What's up, Mark and Dryden? The rumor is, here we got a wrestling question. Bobby Lashley, Big Bob, instead of facing Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, is going to do an open challenge. Who would either of you two like to see face him? And who, I think is what he meant to say, who is his most likely opponent?
I have no clue. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the rest of the card is. So I don't want to say somebody and then like they get announced for another match.
Yeah. Well, I know LA Knight doesn't have an opponent.
Open challenge would make me think that somebody's coming back to the company or debuting for the company. Maybe.
I would say Jay White. Like I'm thinking, like my mind went to like Jay White for some reason. That seems like a clash of styles, though. So I don't know if that would be
or Zack Ryder. Oh, Matt Cardona.
Yeah, it could be Cardona. That might not be a bad one. I'm thinking Nick Aldis maybe too.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it's not a knock on Nick Aldis at all, and I don't mean this to come off in the way it might sound, but like I don't know if it would facilitate a pop the way that Cardona would.
Right.
Because like if the $100 broski shows back up, like place gonna go ballistic.
Yeah, because he hadn't been there in forever.
Yeah.
He was over as fuck.
Yeah. Oh my, he still is.
Yeah.
But I feel like with Chelsea Green being back, I feel like that is inevitable at this point with him returning to the company. But yeah, I would say if we're gonna game this out, for me, I'd probably say Cardona. That seems to be the out of those three people with an open challenge. I feel like that's the best way to do it. But I don't.
That to me, that's what open challenge means is somebody's going to have a fucking. It's got to be a big surprise.
Maybe Brian Cage. How about Brian Cage? I'll throw my money on that one. Let's see how right I am. From AEW.
Is it? Well, yeah. But I was going to say, isn't he still under contract?
He might be out, actually. I'm not sure. He might. I think his is either coming up soon or has already expired. I don't even know if he's with the company anymore. But that would be a big meaty men. You know, the Big E Invitational would be the big meaty men slapping meat. But we appreciate you slapping your ears with our voices for the past hour and change here. One of our longer episodes, which is not a bad thing because you get us talking about a Bronx Tale and we'll fucking sit here for 3 hours. But Meanie, thank you as always for doing the show. Where can everybody find you on social media?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, that's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Blue Meanie on all forms of social media. If you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Blue Meanie. To support Mind of the Meanie, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand, go to collarandelbowbrand.com. Use coupon code Meanie to support the Blue Meanie, but you can also use the coupon code MIND to support Mind of the Meanie and save 10% on your order. Now you got the great looking t-shirts. Now have a good smell. If you're a bearded fellow like myself, have a great smelling beard. Go to madcapbeardcare.com. Get the Blue Spruce beard oil and balm. Every cent made at madcapbeardcare.com goes to taking care of feral cats. So if you're a cat lover like myself, get the Blue Spruce at madcapbeardcare.com. This coming April 7th and 8th, I'll be at Squared Circle Expo in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'll be at a table with Supernova. Come say hello, get some BWO swag. There's going to be a ton of talent there. Go to squaredcirclex.com. That's squaredcirclex.com for the full lineup of the great talent that's going to be there. As we talked about earlier, figures collection, bone crushing wrestlers series 1 variants of the blue guy, the Blue Meanie, are available now. All series 1 can be ordered right now at shop.figurecollections.com. That's shop.figurescollections.com. Get yourself a Blue Meanie or a BWO variant. I love these figures, man. I'm sitting here staring at them, and they're so beautiful. Shout out to my boy Jim Nilsson over at glaciersofice.com. Jim made a 3 of 3 only handmade custom BWO Air Jordan 1 sneakers for Stevie, Noah, and myself. Each pair painstakingly takes Jim about 50 hours per pair to make. If you want to see all the behind the scenes photos and videos of him making these awesome sneakers, go to @GOI Kicks on all forms of social media. That is GOI Kicks for Glaciers of Ice. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holiday well wishes. I just did a couple really cool videos this week for some people, some personal stuff and some feel good stuff. So if you want to hire me to do some feel good stuff, go to cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But more importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you?
You flatter me, Blue. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You can find me on Instagram. Let me start over. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Mastodon. You can find me on all those places at This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, it's not changing. It's a brand, pal. You can find me there and stay up with all my madness. You can also check out my other program, Foundation Radio, by going to foundationradio.net and checking out the show there. I had a wonderful interview with fellow Philly native and author of the book Cancel Culture, The Case for Cancel Culture, Mr. Ernest Owens. Great conversation. You can check it out now at foundationradio.net. Coming soon, actually this week, as you listen to this week, I will have my official very first piece of wrestling merchandise. It's the Adam Barnard Wrestle Buddy from our friends at Brothers Gaddor, and you'll be able to pick one up from there. You go to brothersgaddor.com. You can pick up the single one if you just want my beautiful face, or if you want both of our beautiful faces, you'll have the official Mind of the Meanie 2-pack, so you can beat the shit out of both of us at the same time. It'll be a great time. brothersgaddor.com. You can go and pick it up there. Don't forget to check out my trainer, Brad Feinberg, at the Feinberg Method. Use promo code Goober at checkout and save up to 20% on your entire purchase. Not just physical well-being, but also mental well-being as well. Brad is a wonderful guy. His business is expanding quickly, so don't miss out. Sign up today with him at thefeinbergmethod.com. ProWrestlingTees.com/Foundation Radio. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt and support the show. Patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Sign up today. Tiers starting as low as $10 can help keep the lights on at Casa DeMeanie and the Barnard home for wayward and troubled youth. We would like to thank our sponsors as well this week, Manscaped. Promo code MindMeanie for 20% off plus free shipping. Meanie, is always a pleasure. Pod Squad, thank you for joining us again, sticking around late night with us for the Blue Meanie. I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip to the mind.
Blue World Order.
Of the Meanie. Peace.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie was recorded and produced by Adam Barnard and was engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional production and narration provided by Sam Krebs. Our executive producers are Josh Chernoff, Adam Barnard, and the Blue Meanie. Our opening theme is performed by the Swamp Candles. Our closing theme is performed by Chikara. The show contains original music produced by Enrichment. Get additional bonus content by becoming our patron on Patreon at patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Mind of the Meanie. This has been a Butts Carlton media production in conjunction with the MLW Radio Network. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
Dad, why is Blue Meanie's brain out?
The world of MLW Radio never stops.